Hey there, fishing fanatics, this is Andy. I'm out here on the lake. It's Thursday, about 6:15. Temperature's still well above the 90s. It is hot and I'm sweating already and I haven't done anything. Sun will start going down though. I'm gonna hide behind some trees, see if there's any fish in those areas. This is just one more added segment to my fishing during the heat wave series. Hang in there. Maybe we'll catch something, maybe we won't, but we're certainly gonna try. See you in a minute. Got one on the hook, but it don't feel very big. That's because it's one of these. Oh, they don't understand. I hate catching these. And he choked it somehow. A little bitty mouth, and he got it all. Oh, don't pee on me. I'm not. Shit, come on, give him my hook. He got to tell that damn thing too. Doggone it. Oh, no, there's a tail. He just had it folded. Oh, had a good hit, I think. There's a fish. Come on, bud. Yeah, not very big. Not as big as I'd like it to be. But we finally caught a fish. Back it goes. I got a fish. That was putting a good bend in the rod. Come here, bud. There's a good slab. That is what we want. Definitely what we want. Come here, don't you flop away. That'd be a pity. There we go. Yeah, good fish. We'll put it back though. Alright, so this one, just such a nice fish. I'm gonna let it go though. Here we go. Here comes release. There you go, bud. Go back, get caught again. There we go. There's another fish. It's of course not like the last one, but hey, if all of them we caught were like that, that'd be awesome. Where are you? I had one on there and didn't know it, but it felt better at first, and then I got it in free water and didn't feel as good. Ouch. I got hooked a little bit. Come on, bud. You stop that. Alright, there we go. Oh, had it, lost it. There we go. Feels like a decent fish. Nope. Just a fighter. Just a fighter. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bragging rights or anything. You wouldn't take it home. But you would throw it back in the water. Got a fish. Yeah. You just about keep that, but I'd throw it back. And I will throw it back too because I don't keep any. That goes 9. Got one? Yep. Not very big. Not very big. That's all right. Oh, come here, bud. Let's get you back in the water. You can grow up, be big and strong. Or you can get put in the catfish's belly. Up to you. Comes one chasing him, but he don't look big. He's not, probably. Nah. Yeah, well, he's about the same size as the last one, maybe a little bigger, but watch him chase it. That was cool. Hey, you. Listen here, Lively. As slow as you guys have been to bite, you shouldn't be that floppy when you get loose. Okay. Got one, yep. Got one. He didn't fart very hard. There we go. There's something nibbled on it. Probably a bluegill the way it felt. I don't know. Come here, bud. Let's see what you got. That's crappie. Come here. That's kind of a fat 9. You could eat that easily. I mean, maybe not without criticism, but you could. There we go. Oh, he dove for it so hard. Got it that time. Come here, bud. I wish you were bigger, but you're not. You got a 9, maybe 8.5, 9.5, I don't know. Back out. Got it? Yep, got it. Come here, you. Jeez. Cookie cutters. Okay, stop flopping. Yep, I'll just grab you then. Okay, here we go. Another fish like that. Got one, yep. Little guy. I'm not gonna mess around here anymore. Not worth that. Some nice fish out there if I can get him to take that. Come on, guys. Got that one. There you go. That's edible. Certainly edible. Certainly. I don't have anything to keep it, but that's actually kind of the perfect edible size. Back it goes. Let's see if we can find them again. Hey folks, here we are. We're out for some more fishing. It's like 86 right now. 10-mile-an-hour breeze. Actually feels pretty good. It's not affecting the water too much. We had some storms. I'm hoping it brings the water temp down. Let's see what it is real quick. 82. Brought it down 0.5 degree. So anyway, See about finding some fish. Lately I've been having to go through a lot of different color and configurations of lures to find what they'll bite. Probably won't be any different today. So anyway, let's get on it, see what we can find. Hang out to the end of the video and I'll have several crappie fishing tips for you. So hang in there, let's see what we can find. Starting off with the Berkeley Gulp 1.5 inch minnow chartreuse, and there's a fish. It's not a big one, but it's a catch. Now the downside of these Berkeley Gulps, they're soft. Fish love them, but they're soft. And if you start getting hit by bluegills, warmouth, etc., they just tear them apart, tear them to absolute pieces. There's another fish. Oh, had him lost him. About 20 feet. That should get some attention, I hope. Or not. Oh, had a hit. Come on, guys. Got that one? Oh, he was running with it. I didn't know it because the bite is soft. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Yeah, a little bit bigger than the other. Not much. All right, bud. I'll get you back in the water. Hang out. Hang out. Well, that's going to make it difficult if you don't stop. Here we go. One of you guys. So I'm not really seeing anything massive down here. Just playing around for a minute. And I'll move to deeper water. I think we'll find better fish in like that 12-foot depth. Well, that's a little better than the last one. We're getting a little better every time. That one actually is almost keepable. Almost. Come here, bud. Stop flopping. Stop. Hold up. There. Nope. There we go. Almost, but not quite. Still, it's a catch. Sometimes you'll get those small fish, and the bigger fish will hang out under them, and you won't necessarily see them on your live scope. There's a fighter. Come here, bud. Yeah, he was doing a crappie twirl. Made him feel bigger. Okay. Got some right there. That's some fish. Come on, guys. There's one. Yep. Again, one of those cookie cutters. 8 inches maybe. Give it a few months. No, that might have been 9. But I'm terrible at guessing. I've said it many times. There's another one. Don't feel very big. Yeah, maybe same size as the last one. These aren't bad, folks, but they're not good. I mean, they're healthy. That's important. Fish there. Come here, bud. A lot of black crappie today. Don't get me wrong, you could keep these and have a mess of crappie, but I'm not keeping any, and I prefer to keep them like an inch or two larger. Got one? Yep. He's a swimmer, but he's not big. There you do. Get off my hook. There's some in this next little area. Had a bite, but there we go. There's a good keeper fish. Good white crappie keep. Alright, come here, bud. And he's got my lure too. Like I said, definitely a good keeper fish. Perfect eating size. Alright, back in it goes. Change my lure. See if they hit this. It's got the chartreuse tail. You see just 99.9% of the time, anything I'm using, it's going to have a chartreuse in it. I like the contrast, and I think the fish do too. Okay, now. And drop down right here next to this dock and see what we'll have a look at it, if anything. Yeah, got one there. Nope. Another black crappie. And again, it's one you could keep. It will give you fillets. Personally, I want to put it back in there and let it grow. There's no size limit here. There is a bag limit of 25. So you could easily come out here. If you fill your bag limit with those 9-inch fish, you will have a nice pile of fish. And they are a dime a dozen in here, so it does not hurt the lake to keep them. You get all sorts of judgmental people on it, but it does not hurt this lake. Hurt the lake if you keep the 16 inchers if you find them. Those genetics you want back in the water. But even then, I'm not judging anybody on it. Fish, come here, bud. Another one of those 8 or 9-inch fish. And the story of the day. Come on, I need a slab, boys. I need at least one slab. We got some fish coming up there. Let's see about catching them a little bit. There's one of them. Don't feel very big. Another one of those cookie cutters. There's better fish than that in there, though. I see them. Hey, you. Hey. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Under the chair. Hey, bud, that's a good way to die. If I can't see, I can't get you back in the water. Alright, well, back in he goes. There's one. Oh gosh. There's bigger ones out there. It's not the one I wanted, but you don't always get to pick. Hey, you. There's bigger ones though. Got one there? Yep. Yeah, bud. Man, they're just all not big enough. There we go. A good fish maybe? Eh, edible. Yeah, I don't know. Look bigger. Look bigger than it is. I would not keep that. He felt good at first. Looked good at first. He turns out to not be even close. Oh, no, come on. There we go. Hey, Charlie. Oh, not big. He goes back. Come here, bud. It's not been hard to catch fish today. Just haven't been landing the good ones. Come here, dude. There's some good fish out there if I can get them to bite. That one, yep. Come here, bud. And back in the water it goes. Another small fish. I'm out of here. Get him? I get the one I wanted, maybe? Yeah, you could eat it. That's not the one I was after. But, like I said, that's one you get filleted off of. Back he goes. About as casual as you can catch a fish right there. And back in he goes. The little guy, man, he was ready to fight. Come here, bait. Hey, little baby fish. A little bigger than I expected. Not a giant, but a good white crappie. He's pan size, hence pan fish. That one, yep, what we got here? Come here, bud. Oh, gosh. No, ever elusive stick fish. Oh, my best stick today. Too funny. There's some. Let's see about these guys. Yep. What do we got? Come here, you. It's a good fish. It's not a bad crappie at all. Maybe a solid keeper. There's a few more of those too. Got one there. There you go. Ouch, cut again. Doggone it. Fish is a big no. Nope, not at all. Come here. Well, I've been all over the lake, man. I've not been finding big fish. Hey there, fishing fans, this is Andy. I'd mentioned earlier in this video that at the end I'd have some crappie tips, and so I will. You can see from this two-part video, sometimes fishing's easy and sometimes it's not. I managed to find some decent fish in parts of the video. The second part, the big fish just weren't anywhere I went. And I checked 3/4 of the lake. So eventually I settled in and just settled for those 8, 9, 10-inch crappie and just had a good time with it. I fish to relax. I'm not one of those people that's going to spend a lot of time hunting for 2 or 3 big fish. That's why I don't bass fish. I want to reel them in. I love the tug. So you take what the lake will give you and have a good time with it. If you're the kind of person you want to chase big fish, go ahead if that's what you get your enjoyment from. Me, I am kind of a mixed bag with it. I love to catch big fish. I'm just not going to put a lot of time into it. Those 9, 10-inch fish make perfect eaters. I'm not after trophies. I don't fish tournaments. I'm just out to relax. So anyway, let's get to some crappie tips here. I'm going to emphasize again something I've emphasized before, especially if you're new to fishing for crappie. They have really thin mouths, and their weight alone will set the hook. You don't have to lay into them like you're hooking jaws. Crappie will set the hook for you. I always just keep a steady retrieval. If I think I feel a little weight on the line, or if I see the line jump, I just pick up my retrieval a little bit, just to secure the hook set. That way, if nothing's hooked, I can let the line go back to doing its thing. And if something's chasing it, there's still a chance for it to grab it. If you insist on setting a hook like you're catching jaws, you got to really loosen your drag. I've seen so many times when fish get holes ripped right through their mouths when people set the hook. Can't tell you how many times I know people yank the bait right out of their mouth before the crappies even had a chance to jump on. You got to realize crappies have big mouths. So it takes a moment for them to really get that hook settled in. So either way you do it, the trick is to try not to do any damage to the fish and get the fish into the boat. Like I said, I like to let the crappie set the hook themselves. I've been seeing bait balls in deeper water. We had a big increase in the outside temperature. It's been in the mid-90s. Water temp jumped up to it's still only 82 or 83, but it's warming up. And what I'm finding is the fish are still in that 8 to 12 foot water like I've been catching them, but now they're in that depth of water along ledges and drop-offs, or around docks that are that deep, that's close to the deeper water. And that's because the shad are in the deep water, the crappie are lining up for them. So when you're out there, look for those ledges and drop-offs. It might go from 10 feet to 20 suddenly, and you'll find them on that drop off, okay, is where the fish will be. Water temperature goes up, they'll go more strictly to deep water, but for right now, that's where I'm seeing them. You know, your retrieval at this time of year is kind of odd. I always like the low and slow approach. I have a notoriously slow retrieval that works for me. But once the crappie are really chasing the shad, you might have to pick up the retrieval a little bit because the fish are in a rhythm where they're used to really snapping at those shad. So you might have to experiment around with it a little bit during transition times like this. Like I said, the docks, 8 to 12 feet, those are good spots because it offers the structure, the cover, the shade that cools the water off. And if they're close to deep water, you're going to find them stacked up around the docks as well. So that's a good tip there. Now, I'm looking at my notes. I'm not following my notes verbatim, but I am taking a few. Tips. That's what I want to say. I'm taking a few tips from them as I'm reading. As it gets hotter and you see that water temperature get up closer to 90 degrees, the crappie are become very, very picky. You're going to have to try different color combinations depending on watercolor. You're going to have to try different retrieval speeds and even angles. If you see a big school of fish on your live scope or your fish finder and you can't get them to hit your lure, just slowly and carefully maneuver around and start throwing from the opposite angle. You'll be surprised how often that will pick up the bite. Fish are funny little animals. So, like I said, in the heat, things change. I will tell you that right now with the water temps going up, I've had really good luck with 3 different lures. There is a Berkeley Gulp Chartreuse minnow. That's 1.5 inches that they've been killing. Now, the downside of that bait is the Berkeley Gulps are kind of expensive compared to other plastics. But also, they're really soft. So if a bluegill or warmouth hit those things, they'll bite the tails right off. They've got small mouths, they can't take the whole thing. Or they'll pull the pants down the lure and you'll have to keep readjusting it. So those lures are really soft, but they're really, really good at getting the fish to bite them. So are the darker color Berkeley Gulps. But also from Crappie Magnet, there's a color called Glow Pop. And it's a dark tip with some pink mixed into the purple and a chartreuse split tail. They've been killing it. It's become like my favorite lure right now. You'll see it in all my videos. That's been working extremely well. Black and chartreuse, it's always a go-to color for me as well. You'll see 99.9% of the time I'm going to have chartreuse somewhere in the lure. I like the color contrast and the fish seem to dig it too. So those lures, the black and chartreuse, the Glow Pop from Crappie Magnet, and the shad, the 1.5 inch chartreuse shad from Berkeley Gulp, they've been killing those. And I go with a 16th ounce jig head. So that's my go-to, and the only time I'll put a split shot on that is if I got to go deep, and there's not going to be a lot of snags in the way. But normally it's just my line, my hook, and my lure. So see what else is on my notes here. Retrievals. Yeah, we've covered a lot of them. I mean, we'll get more tips in some more videos. But here is another tip. I'll tell you. I have a 7-year-old granddaughter, folks, and she is an amazing little kid. I'm her grandpa, so that's what I feel about it. I take this kid fishing with me. She'll go out, she'll catch 15 or 20 crappie. She's a good student. She actually really pays attention. One time we did this, and we was out for like 90 minutes, and I think she caught 21 crappie. They weren't big. I took her to the low-hanging fruit, so to speak. And when we were done, this little kid threw her arms around me and said, "Papa, this is the best day of my life." Folks, if you got grandkids or kids, nephews, nieces, etc., if you're going fishing, once in a while invite them. It is so rewarding, and it is good quality time. The last time out, I took my 35-year-old son and my granddaughter. We had a blast. She caught the most fish. He caught the big fish. we had a great time. So, you know, I really can't emphasize enough to you that if you got little people around, take them fishing, and even big people too. Everybody loves fishing once they get out there, I think. So, but also, you know, since I brought it up, you will see one thing I do when I fish, and a lot of times I don't talk about it. Sometimes it doesn't even make it in the videos, but I will go to spots that I know are low-hanging fruit. I know the crappie will be there. I know they won't be big, but what I'm doing is I'm getting my rhythm. I'm getting a feel for how the fish are playing it. I want to see, you know, what angles, what retrieval speeds, what baits, etc. And I know they're only going to be 7 or 8 inch crappie. Rarely do I find a big one during the warm-up stages. But that's where I'm just getting the feel for the trip. So if you have some surefire spots like that don't have big fish, don't be afraid to stop and fish them and just get your rhythm. Okay, now, I got a few things sitting here with me, and I'll tell you. I'm so sick of being out on a boat and sweating up a storm and being uncomfortable. My daughter-in-law mentioned a fan that they take camping with them when it's hot. So I bought it because I thought it was a great idea. Now, I probably should have put this battery in before, but here we go. Battery just goes in. Now this thing, it comes with a remote control, and it actually has a light. And these things actually there's the highest speed. This thing puts out quite a bit of air. I like the fact that it has a light on it, so if I get out there and my navigation light's not working or something, I've got some kind of light that'll shine off the back of the boat. I'm just saying, folks, if you can spend, this was like $35 on Amazon. If you can spend $35 and get some comfort, that's not a bad deal. This is, I don't even know the brand name. Anyway, this $35 comes with 2 batteries. And from what I understand, these batteries will last like 12 hours to 24 hours at high speed. They charge with a USB cable, so if you got a USB port in your boat, you can even recharge them. I just think it's pretty cool. So, one way to stay comfortable, and honestly, I'm looking forward to using it. So, I still haven't figured it all out yet, but I will. There we go. I figure out how to turn off. There we go. Lights off. Everything's off. Okay. Anyway, so just wanted to show off my little fan. And if you get out there and you're getting hot, that's a great little option to stay cool, or at least keep some air movement. And some days there's no wind and it's just nasty out. Anyway, those are my crappie tips today. Yeah, a few of them are life tips. Probably sound like preaching, but I'm not. Just giving you what I like and hoping somebody gets something from it. So, this is Andy. Hope you have a good day. Hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good fishing trip. Tight lines, fair fishing, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for listening.